Okay, this is Hellfox, and here's Blind Hero.
Hello.
And this is a tutorial on the basics of Paint Tool SAI, as you can see on the site. Here's the minimum requirements. It's mostly translated, but there are some parts that are not, so beware of Unicode.
The only reason why we're making this tutorial is because there isn't many YouTube videos in English about learning how to use this program. So today we're going to tell you, or Hellfox here is going to show you how to do it properly in English. Take it away.
I have my drawing pad right here. And you can get a 31-day trial. And there's a wiki if you want to go there. I've never went there, but
Please Wikipedia.
and then there's the English fan site, which is probably a better translation than Systemax's translation.
Yeah.
Or it's the only translation? I don't know, but it's okay. Well, you can get it in German, in Russian, or in English, and they also have a form.
Sigh.
So let's get started.
Ooh. Alright.
So here you name your canvas, you set your preset for the size. I believe it's in pixels. Yes, it is. And you can change it to whatever you want. You want to keep the resolution at 72 because 72 is a good resolution and always works and keeps your file size at a nice level. So once you make your page, you get this, and you would need to use a drawing pad for this because most of the functions in SAI are pressure sensitive.
Trust me, I tried with a mouse, it's hard. It'll feel awkward too. I didn't do it.
Or did you?
Okay, so basically Hellfox is the one going to be teaching you guys. Since he knows this program better than I do, I just draw and send pictures for him to do on Paint Tool SAI. So take away, Hellfox.
So yeah, if you have a pen with an eraser attachment and or plugin, you can set it up by simply switching to the eraser and then clicking the eraser, and then it will switch to the eraser every time you flip your pen around. I believe by default it's set to the selection tool when you flip your pen, so you may not like that. And I do realize my eraser is huge, but I'm not really going to draw anything, so so the pen tool is what you expect of the brush in Photoshop or pretty much any other program. It does straight lines like so.
And like what Hellfox said, it's pressure sensitive. So if you see those sharp lines, like at the O there, you saw how it got thick and then thinner? That's because he released the pen, which made it even thicker, or which made it thinner. And as he pushes down harder, it becomes more bold and thicker.
So yeah, I want to watch out for that. And this is a water tool. It's like the blur tool in Photoshop again. And what it does, it pretty much blurs edges. The harder you press, the harder it will blur. And it will also add color with it. So
here it's like blue, and look at that, red to blue.
then there is the marker tool,
Blue.
which pretty much does that.
Marker tool, so it's just like a highlighter, right?
It is pretty much a highlighter, as you can see.
Oh, very nice.
It is good for blush effects and stuff like that.
Basically, Hellfox is also teaching me and you guys how to use this program. You just need to
Not my
practice.
program, this program.
This program. Sorry. Hellfox is teaching you how to use it. Me, I'm starting to learn because I have this program at home and I have no idea what to do with it. So right now he had more experience with me.
This is the selection tool, and you would expect it to work like the magic wand, but the magic wand is right up here. And what the selection tool does, it draws blue stuff. And once you let go and switch tools, that blue stuff turns into a selection and you cannot draw outside it.
This would be very good if you're drawing characters, so you can highlight the specific part of your character, say like the arm, and you could color it in without having to worry about coloring outside, which makes things so much easier.
So we have the deselect, which is pretty much an eraser for the selection tool.
Oh, okay, sad.
It's a sad creeper. A very sad creeper. And this is the brush tool. It very much makes lines like this good for grass and trees. You can change the settings here, but I'm not going to get into that since this is only the basics. I have here, that's the color wheel, changes the colors I forgot to mention. So yeah. Then we have the bucket, which is
basically the bucket for any other editing things, so it just fills in the gaps with other color, the color of your choice. So yeah, it's pretty basic. Nothing really new there.
Then we have the ink pen, which is just like the pen tool, but you can get really thin lines with it. Like, there are actually lines there, like around this area. You can sort of see one. It's just really thin. Vinery is just like a thick marker. You can make it thinner if you wish, but
yeah.
And kind of does a little pixel effect around it, so
nice.
You may just want to go with the pen tool instead.
Water, blur everything out. It looked like a frog for a sec.
If you make a mistake, there is an undo. Just Control Z.
Yep. The computer's most universal undo. Wish I could do that with my drawings.
Yeah, you can press canvas and then rotate it if you would like to. Then you can flip it as well. And flipping is good for shading and stuff like that, because when you flip it you get a different perspective, and it's actually really good because you can see all the little mistakes that you may have made.
Also, this is really good for people who are trying to do characters from scratch. If you're drawing here, because if you flip it, you can see how awkward it will look if you flip it. So you'll know where to change your mistakes or fix your mistakes. So the picture won't look really awkward. And it's not, well, it's just like turning a piece of paper, turn it around and put it against the light. Most artists do this just to find mistakes and parts of the drawing that looks really awkward.
So you have two very basic filters, hue and saturation, brightness and contrast. I think those are self-explanatory. You can control what you see here on the side. See, and as I said, the translation is not perfect. So you will see some Unicode in some places.
Oh yeah, what if they want to make a new layer? Where do they go?
So to make a new layer, you'll go here.
And making layers is really important when you're starting off, because if you say if you do a body part and one part, so like that on that layer, always have another layer to as like a backup thing. So say this picture right now, and then you switch over to green, and then you go over it. Lucky for you, if you select the eraser tool, it'll only erase that layer, whatever's on it. Nike. See?
No ads.
No
No
ads.
subliminal advertising here.
Sorry. What is that?
That is the brush tool.
Looks like my thumbprint. Very nice.
And that's the basics of Paint Tool SAI. You can also rotate here, which is a bit more fine than the other rotations, which only rotate 90 degrees.
And that's the flip button right. That's the flip right there.
Yes, invert.
Invert.
It's a faster flip. So you have your sections here. When you zoom in with the scroll wheel, like, you would normally think it's up, but it's actually down. So just make sure not to mess it up or it'll get really small.
Nice.
There are also filters, just like in Photoshop. Let's say you have a line drawing filled with white. And then you have little black lines over it. And you actually want to put stuff underneath it. So let me fill this up completely with white first. Using the fill button. It fills with the color that you have selected.
There you go. It's white. Now what?
So that's a terrible smiley face by me.
Looks like a unibrow. I'm sorry. What's up with the
What if it
unibrow?
So you set to multiply, and just like that you can see behind it. All the white just disappears and leaves the black alone. So you can import your line drawings like that if you don't want to trace them.
So you can easily put colors below the lines without having to worry about it going over the black lines. That's really smart.
If you want to hide a layer, you just press the little eye right here, and then it disappears so you can focus on a certain layer. Usually when you have lots and lots of layers, it helps. And everything else works like in other generic painting programs, and it's really easy. If we find out anything more that is basic in this program, we will update this tutorial, so stay tuned. And in the next video, we'll show you how to do eye shine in Paint Tool SAI.
Which is one of the hardest for me to do. I love drawing the eyes closed, but hey, people who draw has to do their job, not be lazy. Alright, we'll see you all next time.